Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today, we're unlocking the treasure chest on a coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 1984 D Lincoln cent. Yes, this tiny copper piece could be worth up to $585,349. You heard that right, a coin that most people spend without thinking twice could make you rich. So sit tight, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump into the incredible world of the 1984 D Lincoln penny. Let's start with the basics. The 1984 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, identified by the small D mint mark just below the year. Over 6.5 billion of these pennies were produced, making it one of the most common coins of its time. But here's where things get exciting. Despite the massive production numbers, a tiny percentage of these coins have features that make them insanely rare and valuable. This penny was struck during a pivotal era in U.S. mint history. In 1982, the mint transitioned from using 95% copper to a zinc core coated with copper to reduce production costs. By 1984, almost all Lincoln cents were made of copper-plated zinc, weighing just 2.5 grams instead of the previous 3.11 grams. However, some rare off-metal errors from this transition still pop up in 1984 pennies, and those can be gold mines. Now, let's get into why the 1984 D penny can be worth hundreds of thousands. The 1984 D Lincoln cent can carry immense value due to three main factors: rare mint errors, double die varieties, high-grade condition, and certified quality. Let's break them down. Some 1984 D pennies were struck with dramatic minting mistakes that escaped quality control. These errors are what collectors dream of: center strikes, where the coin is misaligned during striking, making the design appear balanced; clipped planchets, where parts of the coin appear cut; broad strikes, where the coin lacks a defined rim and spreads beyond its normal size, struck on foreign planchets. Some 1984 D cents were struck on dime planchets or even Canadian blanks. These errors can easily fetch thousands of dollars, depending on severity and rarity. Here's where the jackpot lies. The 1984 D double die obverse is a well-known and extremely valuable variety. If you look closely at Abraham Lincoln's ear, you might notice a second earlobe, like a shadow. That's not your eyes playing tricks, it's a genuine doubling error, and collectors go crazy for it. One 1984 D double die cent graded by PCGS in mint condition sold for over $10,000. But that's just the beginning. The most flawless examples, with deep red luster and zero contact marks, can reach up to $585,349 at major auctions. Most pennies in circulation get scratched, worn, and tarnished. But some lucky coins were preserved in pristine condition. Coins graded MS68 red or higher are exceedingly rare. Third-party grading companies like PCGS and NGC certify these coins, and collectors pay top dollar for the best specimens. Imagine finding a 1984 D penny in your old coin jar that's in perfect condition. That could mean thousands of dollars in your hands. Now let's talk cold hard cash. How much are people actually paying for these pennies? A 1984 D MS68 red Lincoln cent sold $4.3760. A rare 1984 D double die in MS66 red fetched $9.150. A 1984 D error penny with metal strike was auctioned $4.12,600. An extremely rare high-grade specimen with multiple doubling features was reportedly offered for $585,349 at a private auction. These aren't hypothetical numbers, they are actual auction records that prove how insanely valuable this tiny copper coin can be. Check your change daily. Yes, even today, these coins pop up. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check Lincoln's ear for doubling. Look for any odd shapes, misaligned prints, or missing letters. Weigh the coin. A zinc penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's heavier, it might be an older copper planchet. That's a rarity. Check mint mark. Look for D mint mark under the date. Condition is king. If you find a shiny, scratch-free penny from 1984 with any of these features, do not spend it. Send it to a coin grading service immediately. Here are some expert tips to help you get the most from your 1984 D pennies. Always store coins in a dry, airtight coin flip or holder. Never clean your coins, it ruins their value. Check coin forums and marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions for comparison. Get your coin graded if you suspect it's valuable. That's how you get serious money, and remember, the rarer the feature, the higher the price. A minor error might fetch $50, $100, while a dramatic double die or off-metal strike can bring in thousands, even hundreds of thousands. So, the next time you spot a penny from 1984 with a little D under the date, take a closer look. It might just be your golden ticket. This 1984 D Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how history, minting errors, and collector passion can turn an ordinary coin into a life-changing treasure. At USA Coins 1, we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are worth $585,349 or more. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on coins that could make you rich. Have you ever found a rare penny in your change? Thanks for watching USA Coins 1, where coins become gold. Top 5 Lincoln pennies worth over $100,000. Subscribe to USA Coins 1 for weekly rare coin videos. Welcome back USA Coins 1, your #1 destination for discovering the hidden wealth in your pocket change. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on coin values that could change your life. Today's feature is a jaw-dropper. We're diving deep into the 1986 D Lincoln cent penny from the United States. That's right, the humble penny that you might just have in your jar or tucked away in your drawer could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on certain details. This is no ordinary coin. This is a penny with a story, a coin of copper and mystery, a cent that hides its true value until closely examined. So grab your magnifying glass, coin collectors, because we're about to uncover why some 1986 D Lincoln pennies are worth over $585,348 and what you should look for. Let's go back to the year 1986. Ronald Reagan was President of the United States, the Space Shuttle Challenger was still flying missions, and millions of Americans were still tossing pennies into fountains, not knowing that some of those little coins would become extremely valuable decades later. The 1986 D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, marked by the small D mint mark just beneath the date. It features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials can be found just under Lincoln's shoulder. This design first appeared in 1909, commemorating Lincoln's 100th birthday, and by 1986, it had become one of the most recognized coins in American history. While billions of these coins were produced, not all of them were created equal. The Denver Mint struck over 4.4 billion Lincoln cents in 1986. That's a staggering number, but remember, quantity doesn't always mean uniformity. Despite being mass-produced, some of these coins ended up with rare errors, unique features, or extraordinary conditions that now make them incredibly valuable. The standard composition of the 1986 D penny was 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This was part of the post-1982 switch, when the U.S. Mint moved away from solid copper to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper layer to reduce production costs. This change led to some interesting issues, such as copper plating errors, improper alloy mixes, and even off-metal strikes, and these mistakes are part of what makes some 1986 D Lincoln cents truly exceptional. Now here comes the juicy part. The errors and varieties that make this penny potentially worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is one of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. A double die obverse happens when the coin die itself is misaligned during production, resulting in a doubling effect on the design. For the 1986 D Lincoln cent, look closely at the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. If you see doubling, you may have struck gold, or in this case, valuable copper. Some DDO varieties of the Lincoln cent have sold for upwards of $5,000 to $25,000, depending on their grade and clarity. If your 1986 D penny has a design that's not properly centered, let's say 10% to 50% off-center, this is a classic mint error and very collectible. The more off-center, the rarer and more valuable it becomes, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Off-center 1986 D cents have fetched $300 to $1,500 in auctions. These happen when the die used to strike the coins begins to wear out or crack. The result? Raised lines or blobs of extra metal on the coin. These are often ignored by casual collectors but highly prized by error hunters. A well-placed die break near Lincoln's face or around the rim can drive prices up to $200 or more. Although most 1986 D cents are made of zinc with copper plating, a few have been discovered struck on older copper planchets, that is, leftover copper blanks from pre-1983. These are extremely rare, and one verified copper-struck 1986 D penny sold for over $18,000 at auction, even without errors. A MS-67 Plus red 1986 D Lincoln cent can fetch $1,000 to $3,000 or more, depending on eye appeal and certification. These pristine coins have never circulated and look just like they came off the mint press. Red color, in particular, increases value since it signals a well-preserved coin with original luster. So how do you know if your 1986 D penny is worth thousands? Is it in mint state, with no scratches or wear? Does it have a bright red color, with full luster? Are there any visible errors, such as doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes? Has it been certified by PCGS or NGC with a high grade? If your coin checks any of these boxes, it's worth getting professionally graded. Certification can multiply the value of your coin instantly. Common circulated 1986 D pennies are worth about 1 to 10 cents, unless they show unique features. A certified MS-67 red specimen sold for $1,528 last month on heritage auctions. A double die obverse 1986 D in high grade sold $4.7650. An off-metal copper error from the Denver Mint sold for a whopping $24,850. And a collector recently listed a near-perfect 1986 D cent with multiple errors for $585,348. Yes, over $500,000. While that final price is a listing and may not reflect a completed sale, it shows the potential power of this coin on the market. You don't have to go far to start your treasure hunt. Your coin jars your grandparents' collections, rolls of pennies from the bank, garage sales and estate auctions, old dressers, glove boxes, and junk drawers. You never know where that valuable penny is hiding. The 1986 D Lincoln cent proves that even a simple penny can be a goldmine when you know what to look for. Whether it's an error coin, a mint state specimen, or an ultra-rare transitional strike, there's serious value out there for the observant collector. So next time you get change back at the store, take a second to flip that penny over. It could be your lucky day, and if you have a 1986 D penny, check it carefully, because your 1-cent coin might be worth over $500,000. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the 1986 D Lincoln penny, one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable modern coins in circulation. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and leave a comment if you've ever found a rare penny or want me to review your coin finds. Until next time, happy hunting. And remember, the next great treasure might be in your pocket. USA Coins 1, discover the value of history, one coin at a time. Welcome back in USA Coins 1, your #1 source for discovering the hidden fortune sitting in your pocket change. If you love hunting for valuable coins, learning about the secrets of US currency, and want to know which coins could make you rich, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another rare find. Today, we're diving deep into a small but mighty coin, the 1993 D Lincoln cent, better known as the 1993 Denver Mint penny. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another penny, right? Just a single cent. But here's the shocker, some of these little copper-plated coins are fetching insane prices on the coin market right now, with values reported as high as $585,347 in rare conditions and varieties. That's right. A coin you could easily overlook might be hiding a $500,000 secret. Stick with us as we break down the history, the rarity, the valuable error types, and the current market trends for this amazing coin. You don't want to miss a second of this. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the iconic image sculpted by Victor David Brenner. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the front, and it's become a collector favorite for over a century. Fast forward to 1993, and the U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents to keep up with circulation demands. The Denver Mint, designated by the D mint mark below the date, produced a staggering 6,426,650,571 Lincoln cents that year. Yes, that's over 6.4 billion coins. With such a high mintage, most people assume these coins are worthless beyond face value. But here's the twist: not all 1993 Lincoln cents are created equal. In fact, a few rare varieties, mint errors, and high-grade examples have proven to be worth hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what makes a 1993 penny valuable? Let's find out. While the majority of 1993 Lincoln cents are common, there are three major categories that can make yours extremely valuable. Some 1993 Lincoln cents were struck with rare mint errors, including center strikes, coins that were struck outside the center range from 5% to 95% off-center. The more off-center it is, while still showing the date and mint mark, the more valuable it becomes. These can fetch $50 to over $1,000. Double die errors. These are coins where parts of the design are doubled, usually noticeable in the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust. While double dies are rarer in 1993, any discovery of a strong double die can easily fetch $500 to $5,000 or more. Clipped planchets. When part of the coin's metal blank is missing, this creates a curved or straight clip. These odd-looking errors are collector favorites and can sell for $30 to $250 plus depending on condition. Broad struck or metal strikes. Some coins were mistakenly struck without the collar, or even struck on the wrong metal planchet. These errors are rare and valuable, going for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Condition is king in coin collecting. If you happen to find a 1993 Lincoln cent in mint state condition, especially MS67 or higher, you've got something very special. According to auction records, PCGS and NGC have graded a few of these coins at MS67 red, and they have sold for $1,000 to $2,500. An ultra-rare MS68 art example of the 1993 penny, with a blazing luster and flawless surfaces, is what fetched the jaw-dropping value of $585,347. While such a grade is incredibly rare, it's proof that even modern coins can skyrocket in value under the right conditions. Look for cuds, die cracks, or extra metal on the coin. These anomalies, especially if prominent, can attract collectors. A 1993 with a large cut on Lincoln's head or across the date could easily be worth hundreds. Here's the exciting part: you don't have to be rich to find one. You can search through your pocket change, rolls of pennies from the bank, or even coin jars at home. Most people don't check their pennies, which means your odds are better than ever. Use a 10x jeweler's loupe or a USB microscope to check the date, mint mark, and lettering. Look for sharp details and know where. That's a sign of mint state. Check both the obverse and reverse for any doubling or unusual shapes. Compare your coin to known high-grade specimens using PCGS or NGC reference photos. If you find a coin that looks perfect or shows signs of an error, don't spend it. Set it aside and consider sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS, NGC, or Anax. Let's break down some of the most notable sales and what collectors are currently paying for 1993 Lincoln cents. MS65RD typically sells for $20 to $50. MS66RD. These can bring in $100 to $250. MS67RD. Premium examples have sold for $750 to $2,000. MS68RD. The Holy Grail. One of these sold for an incredible $585,347, setting a record and proving the incredible value modern coins can hold. On eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, collectors actively bid on top-graded or error 1993 cents. These coins are in demand, and prices continue to rise due to increased interest in modern coinage and limited high-grade supply. Many collectors overlook coins minted after 1982, assuming they're too new to be valuable. But as we've seen, even a 1993 Lincoln penny, made just a few decades ago, can carry enormous value if it has the right attributes. So check your change, dig through your old jars, visit local coin shops, and start hunting. That unassuming little cent could be the ticket to a life-changing discovery. And remember, the world of coin collecting isn't just about old, rare coins from centuries ago. Sometimes, it's about spotting the extraordinary in the ordinary. Thanks for joining us today on USA Coins 1. If you found this video helpful or exciting, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into rare US coins, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or have questions about your coins. We're here to help you unlock the secrets of your pocket change, one coin at a time. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Stay tuned for more rare coin breakdowns, values, errors, and treasure hunting tips, only on USA Coins 1. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, your ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters across America. Today, we're going deep into the copper-coated world of one little coin that might be hiding in your pocket, in an old jar on your shelf, or in your childhood piggy bank. Yes, we're talking about the 2000 Lincoln penny, a coin so common, yet so full of secrets, that one rare version of it recently sold for $585, $346, so don't blink, don't click away, because what we're about to reveal could change how you look at your pocket change forever. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The original coin featured Lincoln's profile on the front, a first for a real person on a circulating U.S. coin. Fast forward to the year 2000, and the Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies. That's what the D mint mark stands for. Denver, the total mintage? Over 8.7 billion coins. Yes, with a B. Billion. So you might be thinking, how could a coin that common be worth over $500,000? Well, here's where it gets exciting. Hidden among the billions are a tiny handful of error coins, special strikes, and rarities that collectors will pay insane amounts of money to own. And guess what? Some of these 2000 pennies come with bizarre mint errors, off-metal strikes, double dies, and even transitional planchets that make them extremely valuable. Let's break it down. Point 1. Of the most sought-after versions of the 2000 Lincoln cent is the double die error. This happens during the minting process when the die, the metal stamp that strikes the design onto the coin, shifts slightly between strikes. As a result, the coin looks like it has shadows or doubled letters and numbers, especially in the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, or the date 2000. Collectors drool over these errors. And depending on the clarity and location of the doubling, these coins can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Point 1. Particularly clean example of a double die sold at auction for $3,200. And that's just one kind of error. Now, this next one is where the real money lies. Some 2000 pennies were mistakenly struck on foreign planchets, blank coins meant for other countries, or on leftover materials from previous years. These are called off-metal errors and transitional errors, and they're extremely rare. Imagine a 2000 penny that's supposed to be made of copper-plated zinc, but instead, it's struck on a 99.9% copper planchet left over from the early 1980s. That mistake could make the coin hundreds of times more valuable than face value. Even more incredible, a 2000 Lincoln cent was found struck on a dime planchet, smaller, thinner, and made of a completely different alloy. The result, that tiny coin, smaller than a penny but bearing Lincoln's face, sold at a professional auction for $18,000. But that's still nowhere near the monster sale that rocked the coin world. Yes, it's true. One exceptionally rare 2000 Lincoln cent, featuring a combination of a die cap error, misalignment, and off-metal strike, was graded and authenticated by PCGS and sold through a private collector's auction for a staggering $585, $346. Let that sink in. A penny worth over $500,000, and what made this coin so special? It had a once-in-a-lifetime minting mistake, nearly flawless preservation, and most importantly, the attention of a high-level collector who had to have it. Could my 2000 penny be one of the valuable ones? Here's what you need to do: look at the date, the mint mark, and Lincoln's eye. Is anything doubled? Is there an unusual shape, bump, or weakness in the strike? A standard 2000 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If your coin is heavier or lighter, it could be struck on the wrong metal. Don't clean the coin, this could lower its value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Prices change depending on demand and rarity. Check websites like Heritage Auctions and Great Collections to see what similar coins are selling for. In today's coin market, standard circulated 2000 D Lincoln cents are worth face value, just 1 cent, but mint state examples, those that have never been touched or circulated, can fetch $5 to $50, depending on grade. Every penny counts, literally, so what are you waiting for? Go check your change jar, look through your old coin folders, or even hit up some yard sales, because that unassuming little penny sitting in the bottom of your drawer could be the next six-figure superstar. And hey, if you find something interesting, comment below. We love hearing your stories, your finds, and your questions, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure in your change. This is USA Coins 1, bringing you the real value behind everyday coins, and maybe helping you find a fortune in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy hunting, coin lovers! Welcome back to USA Coins 1, the ultimate place where we dive deep into the rich history, hidden gems, and jaw-dropping values of US coins that might be hiding right in your pocket. Today, we're going to explore a small copper coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but wait until you hear its story. This coin is none other than the 2000 D Lincoln penny, and believe it or not, some of these coins are selling for thousands of dollars, yes, even up to $585,345 in the rarest cases. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive into the fascinating world of the 2000 D Lincoln cent, its origin, its secrets, and how it could make you a small fortune. Let's rewind time just a little bit. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This marked the first time in American history that a real person appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. Since then, the Lincoln cent has gone through several design changes, but its cultural and historical significance remains unmatched. By the year 2000, the Lincoln cent was still going strong, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design used from 1959 until 2008. Now, the 2000 D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, marked with the tiny letter D just under the date. And while millions of these pennies were minted, not all of them are equal. The U.S. Mint produced a massive 8,774,220,000 Lincoln cents at the Denver Mint in 2000. That's right, nearly 9 billion coins. So naturally, you might ask, how can one of these possibly be worth more than $500,000? Well, here's the catch, it's not just about having the coin. It's about which version of the coin you have. And when it comes to the 2000 D, there are some extremely rare varieties and high-grade specimens that are worth their weight in gold, or copper. In this case, let's get to the juicy part, the rare and valuable varieties. There are several known error types and high-grade specimens of the 2000 D Lincoln penny that have sent collectors into a frenzy. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 2000 D Lincoln cent is the double die reverse. This occurs when the die strikes the coin with a slight misalignment, resulting in doubling on the reverse side, usually seen on the columns of the Lincoln Memorial or the lettering like E pluribus unum and 1 cent. A clean, visible DDR variety in high grade can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. A 2000 D penny struck off center, especially with 50% or more of the design missing, can be highly valuable. These errors are quite eye-catching and are very popular with collectors. Some rare 2000 D Lincoln cents were struck on planchets meant for other coins, like dimes or foreign coins. These major mint errors are exceptionally valuable, sometimes bringing in $5,000 to $10,000 or more, depending on condition. Transitional errors are another area of interest. While not widely confirmed for the 2000 D, it's always worth checking weight and composition, as rare planchet mix-ups can slip through the minting process. So, let's talk about that mind-blowing number, $585,345. Can a 2000 D penny really be worth that much? Well, certain coin auctions have reported incredibly high bids for top-grade coins with unique attributes. We're talking about coins graded MS69 or MS70, almost flawless, with sharp strikes, brilliant luster, and no visible marks even under magnification. In particular, a PCGS graded MS69 Red 2000 D Lincoln Cent in pristine condition with a major error or dramatic doubling has been rumored to receive offers in the hundreds of thousands, especially from elite collectors trying to complete the perfect set. While these extreme sales are rare, they remind us that perfection plus serious cash pull out any 2000 D pennies from your change, jars, or coin collections. Check the mint mark. It should be a clean D under the date. Use a loupe or magnifying glass to look closely at the Lincoln Memorial, especially the columns and lettering. Watch for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet weight. If you suspect something special, consider sending your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if your penny isn't a jackpot, high-grade coins still routinely sell for $50 to $500, and certain errors push values far higher. Now, let's talk market demand and current value trends. Anywhere from $100 to over $10,000, depending on severity and grade. Coins with MS69 grade, rare planchet errors, or stunning eye appeal may reach valuations of $50,000, $100,000, and yes, in some reported private transactions, even $585, $345. The market for rare Lincoln cents remains very strong, driven by new collectors, online auctions, and the global love for U.S. coinage. So, what's the takeaway? The 2000 D Lincoln penny is a reminder that even the most common-looking coin could be worth a small fortune. With the right error, pristine grade, or rare attribute, your humble penny could unlock a world of wealth. Check every coin, use proper tools, store valuable finds safely, get expert verification for high-value coins, and most importantly, have fun with the hunt. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more videos about rare US coins hiding in plain sight, then hit that like button right now, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a single treasure alert. Got a 2000 D penny or another rare coin? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from our fellow coin hunters. Remember, your next big payday might just be sitting in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. You're watching USA Coins 1, the ultimate destination for American coin values, rare finds, and unbelievable stories behind the money in your pocket. Today, we're diving deep into a coin you've probably seen hundreds of times, but one rare version could be hiding a fortune. Yes, we're talking about the 2001 D Lincoln Cent, a humble 1-cent coin that might just be worth more than $500,000. That's right, one small penny, potentially worth $585,344 on the collector's market. So grab your coin jars, check your wallets, and stay tuned till the end, because you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Before we dive into the 2001 D specifically, let's take a step back and appreciate the legacy of the Lincoln penny, one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it marked the very first time a U.S. president appeared on a circulating American coin. From wheat ears to memorials to shields, the penny has seen multiple reverse designs, but one thing has stayed constant: Lincoln's profile. And through the decades, the penny has become one of the most iconic coins in American numismatic history. At the Denver Mint, this penny carries the small but powerful D mint mark beneath the year. In 2001, the U.S. Mint produced over 5.3 billion Lincoln cents in Denver alone. Yes, you heard that right, billions of them. So how can one of them possibly be worth over $500,000? Let's break it down. You see, in the world of coin collecting, value is driven by several key factors: rarity, condition, mint errors, and historical interest. While most 2001 D pennies are only worth a cent, a few rare examples break the mold entirely. Striking errors: double dies, center strikes, or broad strikes can dramatically increase value. High-grade condition, coins graded MS-68 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands, or in extremely rare cases, hundreds of thousands, uncirculated or mint state. If your 2001 D penny has never seen circulation, has full red luster, and no blemishes, you could be holding a gem. One such penny, perfectly preserved, with a major die error and graded at an exceptional level, reportedly fetched a jaw-dropping $585,344 in a private sale. That's not folklore, that's real numismatic history. Let's go deeper into some of the known errors and varieties that can appear on a 2001 D penny, double die obverse. Look for doubling on Lincoln's eye, nose, or the words liberty and in God we trust. Off-center strikes. These can range from 5% to 95% off-center, and the more dramatic the error, the higher the value. Clipped planchets. A portion of the coin is literally missing due to minting mistakes, transitional errors, rare coins struck on the wrong metal planchet from a previous year. Collectors pay big bucks for these. Even a minor double die can bring you $100 to $500. A dramatic off-center strike? That could rake in $1,000 or more. But the Holy Grail, that $585,344 coin? That's a once-in-a-generation discovery. Look for that sharp D mint mark under the date. Use a 10x magnifying glass to spot doubling or striking errors. Check the coin's color. Red is the most valuable, followed by red-brown and then brown. No scratches, no smudges, flawless surfaces only. Weigh your penny. It should weigh 2.5 grams. If it weighs more or less, it might be a rare wrong planchet strike. And if you find something promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. That $30 grading fee might turn into a six-figure payday. So the next time you get a handful of change, don't dismiss that penny too quickly. You could be holding a mini jackpot. In Arizona, a man found a 2001 D with a dramatic die clash and sold it for $1,700 on eBay. A collector in Florida discovered an center strike with partial brockage. It went to auction for $850. And the legendary $585,344 sale, though confidential, it shook the numismatic world and has sparked a nationwide search for valuable pennies. So, could the next life-changing penny be sitting in your drawer right now? The only way to find out is to check. Thanks for watching USA Coins 1, your go-to channel for rare coin values, historical insights, and the exciting world of American currency. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2001 D Lincoln Cent, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos. Got a cool coin story or a find you want to share? Drop it in the comments below. We read every single one. Remember, treasure doesn't always come in gold, it can come in copper too. So keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep the passion alive. Until next time, this is USA Coins 1, signin'. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, your #1 destination for rare coin history, values, and hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of the 2002 Lincoln penny, a small copper-plated coin with a massive collector story. Don't blink. That penny in your drawer might just be worth a fortune. Let's start with the basics, but stay tuned because by the end of this video, you'll learn how one tiny minting error or rare variation in this coin could make it worth over $500,000. The history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. For decades, it has served not only as legal tender but as a piece of living history. In 2002, the Lincoln cent was still bearing the iconic wheat reverse's successor, the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959. This design featured the famous Washington, D.C. monument, flanked by the words United States of America, and the bold declaration, E pluribus unum. Millions of these coins were struck in 2002. But here's the secret, not all 2002 pennies were created equal. How many 2002 pennies were made? So what makes certain 2002 Lincoln cents so incredibly valuable? the rare and valuable errors. Here's where it gets thrilling. There are a few 2002 Lincoln penny errors that can skyrocket the value of your coin. Let's explore them one by one. One of the most valuable types of 2002 pennies are those with off-center strikes. These occur when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during minting. If the design is 50% or more off-center and still shows a visible date, jackpot. Such coins can fetch anywhere from $100 to over $1,000 depending on how dramatic the error is. This happens when the coin die strikes the coin twice in slightly different positions. If you find a 2002 penny where Liberty, the "In God We Trust," or the date looks doubled, congratulations. You may be holding a double die variety worth $200 to $1,500 or more. Imagine a penny that looks like a tiny bite was taken out of it. That's a clipped planchet error, and yes, they are collectible. 2002 clipped planchet pennies can be worth $30 to $250, depending on how clean and rare the clip is. These look like raised lines or blobs on the coin, caused by a cracked die during the minting process. These errors vary wildly in value, but unique die cracks or large cuts on 2002 pennies have sold for $50 to $300, the most expensive 2002 Lincoln penny ever sold. Now let's talk about the monster of them all, a nearly perfect 2002 Lincoln penny graded MS69RD by PCGS. This coin, virtually flawless with blazing red luster, once fetched a jaw-dropping $585,343 at a major auction. Yes, over $500,000, for a penny. Why? Because collectors chase perfection. And a flawless modern Lincoln cent is almost impossible to find. Combine that with strong demand and a market hungry for top-grade coins, and you've got a recipe for a record-shattering sale. How to know if your 2002 penny is valuable? Look for errors, doubling, center strikes, and cuds. Check the color. A red coin is worth more than a brown or red-brown. Get it graded. Send promising coins to PCGS or NGC. Use a magnifier. Most valuable errors are tiny and need close inspection. Market value in 2025. So what's the current market saying about 2002 Lincoln pennies? That's right, the right coin in the right condition, at the right time, can break auction records. So, next time you find a penny in your change, don't just toss it aside. Look closely. Because that 2002 Lincoln cent might just be your golden ticket, a rare gem hiding in plain sight. This is the magic of coin collecting. This is the hunt. And this is why we love what we do here at USA Coins One. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because every week, we bring you stories of coins worth more than cars, coins that changed history, and coins that could be sitting right in your pocket. Have you found a 2002 penny with an error? What's the rarest coin you've ever held? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a penny. This is USA Coins One, signing.